Right the folk, welcome back to another video beer review. Today we've got an old classic, Beck's. Well, there's a story behind why I picked this up and I will tell it to you now. So, I was in the offer yesterday, got through a good few beers last weekend, and I'm quite low in the beer department at the minute in terms of lagers and that sort of thing. And I was in the off here and I was going to pick up like a 4-pack of Stella or Bud or something like that, just something to drink sort of thing. And I was queuing up there, busy like, and I was queuing up and I saw at the corner of my eye, I'm like, Beck's. 2 big bottles for £6. Not a good deal at all, but it's cold, you know, and it's ready to drink sort of thing. Cool, not quite the temperature you want it to be. And I was like, I've got memories of Beck's, of drinking Beck's years and years ago. Bugger it, let's pick them up and give them a go again. Is it still going to smell like weed as soon as I open a bottle? And, well, came at home and then chucked 2 bottles in the freezer because they weren't cold enough. And only got through having one yesterday. And here we are, second one. Let's give it a review. 660ml bottle. It is 660ml bottle, 4%. I seem to remember it being a higher ABV than that back in the day. Now, last time I can definitely remember drinking Beck's was there's a drinking pub. I can't remember what it's called now, by Coventry Airport, and I was flying those days. And after you finish your session, I would then go to the local pub. Which, as I say, it was a drinking pub. I forget what it was now, what it was called. And I'd go and have a pint of Beck's. And, Beck's would be on draft then. We're talking 2013, maybe 2012. And we'd have a pint of Beck's and drive home. It's probably about half an hour from now. Anyway, I thought, let's give it a go again. I think for a 4-pack of lager, whatever, I think I had a pack of Bud in my hand, and it was like, it was 5% or whatever it is nowadays, and it was £7 for a 4-pack of pint cans, and you can get 440s as well. And I was like, well, this it's 100, 1300ml, for 2 bottles sort of thing. 1320ml for your 2 bottles for £6. It's a slightly better deal, and I didn't know what the ABV was, but I thought it would be fun to give a go nonetheless. Anyway, you can see how much care they have over this brand nowadays. They can't even put the fucking label on straight. Labels on the wong. Brauerei Beck & Co. It's Bremen, 1874. Philadelphia, 1876. Guess what? It's made in the UK, as you'd expect. Brewed in the UK and distributed by AB InBev. I'm not sure what site makes this. But yeah, best before August 26th, 4% ABV. And it looks so cheap nowadays, doesn't it? Because I remember it from, the noughties and stuff like that. And just being the cheap beer, the cheap lager. And it's smelling like weed, and it still does. It's not quite as bad as what I remember, but I think I'm probably, it's less of a nuance sort of thing. It still smells a lot like weed. Proper weedy sort of beer. Crystal clear, as you'd expect it to look like. Nose is weedy, grassy. Also, it kind of smells not too dissimilar to like a Heineken in the green bottle. Got memories of drinking Heineken in Madrid, like in 2014, and we were given a box. You buy a case. You buy like a iced, you call it an ice box of, not an ice box. What do you call it? Like a ice bucket of beers, sort of thing. That's what you buy. Head retention is fucking shit, but this glass isn't designed for lager. It is a lager glass with non-nucleation. We'll dive in. Cheers. Now, I've just come off drinking Tegs in town, and my god, this is different. Is it significantly worse? Yes. Is it undrinkable though? I wouldn't say it is. It's like cheap lager. It tastes a damn sight better than, you know, your Carling and that sort of stuff. I don't mind the skunky sort of note too much. You know, if you're a Corona drinker, arguably this would be a step up. But of course it is lower ABV. I can see why this did so well. I think honestly this tastes better than what it did back in the day when I used to drink it every now and again. I could drink a couple of bottles of this quite easily. I'm not saying that it's a brilliant beer, but it is just a relatively easy drinking lager. If I were to find it on a better deal than what I bought it for, then I would get some more. I love the imprinted bottles as well. I don't know who makes this, like I say, but was obviously InBev. I don't know where it's made, what InBev site it is. Tap into beer. Oh, it's just a classic brand. I do wish we saw, you know, rather than pissing around, rather than constantly lowering the ABV of beers. I have actually heard randomly today, or this week, yesterday, that they are bringing back Carling Black Label, but they're bringing it at 4.7%, which I seem to think was like the old ABV of Carling or something. And you see in stuff in places like Canada, they're selling Carling Black Label at 6.1%. I'll have that. But yeah. It's nice to give these, you know, lagers, older, big brand lagers a go again, just to remind yourself of how times may have changed. But yeah, Beck's. For the price and what it is, it's not too bad. See you next one. You take care. Goodbye.